Alright, I'll be honest with you. When I saw that Adam Rank was doing another prediction video for the 2023 NFL season, after last year, I did not have much faith that he was going to give good predictions at all. The whole point of Adam Rank is it's comedy watching him give predictions because he's absolutely trash at it. He always has the Chicago Bears, which is his team, going 12-5, 13-4, and then everyone else's team he kind of has hit or miss. He gets some correct, not all of them. He gets most of them wrong. So when I saw that he predicted the Cincinnati Bengals schedule, I was like, you know what? We're just gonna watch it, give our input, and hopefully it makes sense. Hopefully, let's check it out.
That's pretty good. Time now to pick the wins and losses for the Cincinnati Bengals in 2023. They start off on the road against the Cleveland Browns. That should be a victory. A tough matchup against the Baltimore Ravens. Always good early in the year. But you know what? I say the Ravens take that one. But don't get upset. Wins over the Rams. Wins over the Titans. The Arizona Cardinals. Are you kidding me? That's going to be a win. Tough game against the Seattle Seahawks, who were one of the surprises of last year. Get that win before the bye. And now it's going.
I gotta give him props. I was expecting a worse record from him. Me personally, I say 6-0, especially because that second game versus Baltimore is in the jungle. So, is it a chance that they beat us in the jungle? Absolutely. But then you kind of speak to the terms that this is going to be a season sweep, especially after playing a tough game in Cleveland. To get a home opener be an L, I don't think that's going to happen. I think that game's going to be very close week 2. Now, again, any AFC North game go either way, but I don't think that's going to be an L. I'm actually okay with this. 6-0, 5-1, starting off before the bye week. Okay, let's listen to less of this.
Up against the San Francisco 49ers, a team you should have played in the Super Bowl a couple of years ago. Give me a win over the San Francisco 49ers. You were very good against the Buffalo Bills. I think you defeat them as well, even though those are back-to-back games. This could be a letdown type of game here, but I am not
for Adam Rank here because there's always a chance he flip-flops this whole entire thing and gives L's to the rest of these. But so far, okay, 49ers, I don't think it's going to be that tough a game. I think the 49ers game, they have a great defense, and they're going to slow down our offense a tad bit. But I really feel like their offense is going to struggle without a quarterback, whether it's Sam Darnold, Brock Purdy, or Trey Lance. So I'm not too scared about their offense. And I think that game's not going to be as tough as people are making it out to be. Buffalo, we already know how that's going to go. I think the Texans game might be sneaky tough. I've been thinking about it more as of late, especially with the fact that, by that time, CJ Stroud will be, more developed, ready to go, and actually, saw it getting into his stride. That game might be either a trap game, or they might just be a tough team. So, let's not sleep on the Texans or Colts games. Those two games, we'll still win the game, but that might be a lot tougher than we think it's going to be.
Not ready to live in a universe where I'm picking the Texans to beat the Cincinnati Bengals. A win over the Baltimore Ravens. Let's see, a win over the Steelers.
The Ravens won,
Jacksonville is going to be
I would give week 2 a win, and this game a loss. If you want to give the Ravens a loss if you want to give the Bengals a loss versus the Ravens, I would switch the two games around. Especially if we beat Cleveland in Cleveland, we're going to start off the year absolutely firing on all cylinders. I don't see us losing all that momentum at home to Baltimore. I see, if anything, you could say, well, you come off bye week, you win 3 straight versus tough teams, then you play at Baltimore on Thursday Night Football. It's going to be a tough game, it's going to be the atmosphere. And then maybe, something crazy happens, PI call at the end of the game, field goal by Justin Tucker, and then you lose that game. But Listen, 10-1, I'm not complaining. 10-1 is still exactly the route I think. I say 15-2. Let's see what he has to say.
Very tough on the road in Duval County. I'm just picking them. Win-win. Going up against the Minnesota Vikings, a win as well. On the road at Pittsburgh is where I think there could be some trouble, especially.
That's what I'm saying. That makes perfect sense. On the road, AFC North, that's going to be tough. I don't think we're losing Steelers, but it is always a chance you could.
Kansas City, a rematch of the AFC Championship game. I picked you to win the AFC Championship game last year. I'm going to pick you to win again. So I don't know if that's good or bad for you. But I'm going to give a loss to the Browns. The reason why, 14 wins. 14 wins. You don't need that game against Cleveland. You will take the #1 seed in the AFC.
I'll be honest with you. Heavily surprised how, non-stupid, I want to say, that prediction actually was. Again, you might think I'm crazy, but if you have ever watched these prediction shows, you know how crazy Adam Rank is when it comes to his predictions. And he's always a meme that people make fun of because he's like, oh, come on, man. You really predicting that? You really predicting that? But you know what? This is very similar to what I would say. And again, like I said, I have them going 15-2, but that's actually not that bad. So this is how I have it predicted. Week 1 win, week 2 win. I have us winning all the way up to the bye week. This is a win, this is a win, this is a win. The first L technically could be this game right here against Baltimore. So this is obviously at Baltimore, going to be a tough game. And then week 18 at Cleveland. In Cincy against Cleveland. That's the only other L I have. And that's just because, as he said right there, you have the AFC locked up. You're not going to play that last game of the season. And if all things are correct and all things work out the way it should, that last game of the season is pretty much pointless. There's really no reason to even have that last game of the season other than, just seeing how the backups can play and seeing how maybe some guys that might not have gotten too many stats this year, like, for example, Andre, and some other guy, Trent Irwin, that's their game to beat the Brownies. And you know what's... Nothing is going to be better than if we end up going 16-1 because we beat the Browns with our backup the last week of the season. That would be the most enjoyable thing I've ever seen in my life. Just with all that being said, with that crazy season, winning everything, and then you beat the Browns the last game of the season with your backups. That's juicy right there. Guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I gotta give Adam Rank props. I did not expect too much, and I got more than I expected. Peace out.